Welcome to Aaron Plays. I will be taking another adventure down the core level of the Iron Helm dungeon. This will be the first time for Fayon. And I'll be playing this guy slightly different. I will be role-playing this guy as bad. He's not a nice fella. He aims to misbehave. His ratings, he's got health of 14, which I will now record here. Energy of 11. Yes, when I take losses, they'll be moved over to these two areas here. So it's easy for you guys to keep track of my health too. His encumbrance is 10. He starts with 1 ration and 3 gold. Okay. He starts with also a buckler and robes and the skill dodge. The dodge skill, gain 1 less poison damage from the arrow trap. The arrow trap at level on the upper area does 1 damage, so he can avoid that completely. If he encounters the arrow trap on the second area, I think he will be still taking 2. So that's his skill. He's armed with a buckler with an encumbrance of 1, which subtracts 1 from initial damage. If you suffer a single hit of 4 or more damage, your buckler breaks. So hopefully that won't happen. Robes, you may avoid 1 skirmish per level. Then he's got 3 golds. As he's got no starting weapon, I thought I'd buy an axe, which does normal damage unless I throw it, but then it's discarded. 2 encumbrance. And as I'm finding it most useful, I'll buy some rations. Food to me is always a useful commodity in these kind of dungeons, and discard immediately to gain 2 additional rations. So that means he'll be starting off with 3. So he's got a total of 3 rations, but now no gold. Okay, well, let's move him into the dungeon. He finds a mushroom grove. You've located a grove of young mushrooms. Gain 1 ration. Good start. Likes mushrooms. I personally can't stand them, but Fayon, he's okay. Right. Skirmish. Well, let's do the skirmish. I think I'll save the robes in case I encounter a skirmish on the second area here. So, you draw your weapon and are ready for battle. Draw an enemy card and add the dungeon level plus 2 to their health. The dungeon level is 1, so they're adding 3 to whatever their health is. It's an undead archer. Ah. Okay, so he's got 4 health, plus 3 makes 7. Ooh. Okay, and you may not defend against initial damage. Right, okay. So no parryings or anything like that. Let's see what he does. 3 take away 1 is 2 damage there, plus 2 damage there is 4. Okay. The shield subtracts 1 from initial damage, is 3. But if you suffer a single hit of 4 or more damage, your buckler breaks. 2 plus 2 is 4. My buckler breaks, but it does prevent 1, as it slows down that arrow. Okay, so I take 3 wounds. And I've lost me buckler. Okay. I'll expend 2 energy to strike at this undead archer. The average on 2 dice is 7, so hopefully this will be enough. Bang on the button. Take down the archer. Right, he's got 1 gold plus 1 loot. I've picked up a long sword. Okay. Yep. I'll exchange my axe for a long sword. Die results of 6 deal an extra point of damage. Could be useful. That goes in the dead pile. Those two move over to here. My encumbrance at the present moment is 5. I can carry 10. Alright. Banner campsites. You have spied a relatively quiet location to set up camp. It will not be long before you attract attention to yourself. Choose one of the following. So I can cook, spend 1 ration to gain 3 energy. Could do that. Search to gain an additional ration. I'm currently on 4. Or rest, spend 1 ration to gain 2 health. Well, I took 3 damage from that nasty skeleton. So I think I'll do that. I'll eat a ration. Regain 2 of those. I am not suffering any poison, so okay, rest it up. Planning my evil deeds. Skirmish on here again, or shall I look at this card? Got no way of avoiding an ambush, so if this is an ambush, that could be nasty. But it could be other things. It could be an altar, it could be a blessing, it could be a merchant. If it's a skirmish, I can use my robe. I haven't seen an ambush yet so far, so taking a risk here. Ignoring the first card, looking at the second. It's a clearing. Draw a plot card. Anything can happen in a clearing. Okay, so the plot card is the prisoner. Now remember, I am aiming to misbehave, so I'm generally going to try and take the negative. You find yourself in the threshold of a small prison room. An orc guard is fast asleep at a table where a couple of gold coins rest. The sole prisoner spots you and silently points to the keys on the table. Do I free the prisoner? I don't think so. Let's have a look. Take the money and run. You dash through the room, pick up the coins as you pass the table. The orc wakes up confused, but you are long gone. Move down one on the morality track and gain 2 gold. So long, sucker! So I'm now at 3 gold. That's also got 3 of the eyeballs, remembering 10 of these accumulate for me to actually find, or the boss to find me. So 3 towards that already. Now we've done the clearing. Next 2 cards. Labyrinth. Surely your cunning will see you out of this wizard's maze. Discard 1 ration. If you have no rations, lose 3 health. So I could discard a ration, or look at this card. Again, we haven't had any ambushes that I've seen. I think there's 3 in this total deck. If it's a skirmish, I can use the robes. Don't like giving up rations for the labyrinth. Okay, let's look at this. Oh, it's the merchant. So we avoided the labyrinth, and it's a merchant. Deep in the dungeon seems like a strange place to set up shop. But who are you to question his sanity? You may make a purchase from the merchant. So I can buy, draw loot and potion cards based on the dungeon level you are on to form the shop. So level 1, there's 1 loot and 1 potion. So the potion is an ice shard, and the loot a cinder blade. Okay, I have 3 gold. I can sell an item for 1 gold, but with 3 gold, cinder blades cost 5 out of my price range. So we'll put that over there. That'd be nice to have picked up, but we will buy the ice shard for 1. So this will be basically, it's an ice grenade. You may discard this card to deal 2d6 damage, plus 5 damage to foes weak versus ice. So at the present moment, I have now got an ice grenade. Retain 2 gold, and thank the merchant. Wondering if there's a way I could add a house rule where someone who is bad can actually steal from him. Did I say that out loud? Right, look at this one. Skirmish. Up here, skirmish. Still not seen any ambushes. I'm going to risk the skirmish on this one, so let's take it on there. So they're adding 3 to their health. And it's a zombie, so they're on 5 health. Zombies do not inflict initial damage. In the combat, monsters normally attack first, unless it specifies otherwise. So I'm attacking this guy. Do I want to use my Holy Ice Shard at him, rolling 2d6 and not expending energy? Or do I want to just attack him? He's got 5 health. I'll just attack him at the present moment. So there's 2, rolling 2d6. Seven points of damage I've inflicted, so it takes out the zombie, who has 1 treasure. Look at the loot. Magic ring. Once per dungeon level you may avoid an ambush. Now that is useful. So that takes my encumbrance to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm looking at gold cost here, not encumbrance. Hold on, that's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Encumbrance is 7, so my limit is 10, so I'm okay. Zombie goes there. These 2 go here. Right, so I've got a way to avoid an ambush and a skirmish now. That's useful. Ambush. Now this is where I'm the ambushee rather than the ambushed. So actually I'm going to look at this card. Hope I find it clearing or something. Ooh, second ambush. So now I'm here, I'm now being ambushed. At which point I use my magic ring. Once per dungeon level you may avoid an ambush. Okay. And into the last area of this dungeon, or this dungeon level. Treasure. Gain a gold. Alright, we'll gain a gold. That concludes that part of the level. First off, I've got to shuffle the cards. Card shuffled. Only 2 enemies, so no experience gained at the present moment. Okay. This is the one seek part of the game I can't remember off by hand. Feed your character. So it takes 1 from your rations. I have 2 rations remaining. I have no poison, so I don't have to worry about poison. I advance to 2nd level and then draw a plot card. The plot card. The corpse. You trip over the corpse of a fellow adventurer. As you stagger to your feet, you realise the body belongs to a friend from years past. Friend, enemy, enemy, friend. What's the difference? Do I bury the corpse? Nah, take the money and run. You search the corpse for anything that may aid you and you leave the corpse behind. Move down 1 on the morality track. Draw a treasure card. What did this sucker have? An explorer's map. Lose 1 less ration when lost in the labyrinth. Useful. Okay. So, my encumbrance again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. And that added 1 eyeball. So we're now 4 towards the 10. Being located by the bad boy. Okay, well that concludes level 1.